What's up, Black people? What is up? Welcome to Yemimah's World, the Djelimusa's Cafe. I am Yemimah, your hostess with the mostest. We are at it again. It's Friday night. Where am I? At home on my sofa, because I got to be to work on Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Am I the only one that says that? Or the other people say, well, it's Friday, I'm going to chill because I got to be at work early on Monday morning at 8 o'clock. I really don't have to, but I'm just saying it because that's what I hear a lot. Hope you are doing well on this Friday evening. What are we going to talk about tonight? Something that keeps popping up on my timeline on social media, especially my Facebook page. And that is a free online African drumming class. Now, this drumming class, again, says African drumming class. And it even in their picture for their Facebook page is a map of the continent of Africa. And so they pride themselves on, I guess, being an African drumming class. But the thing about it is the person who owns this Facebook page, that owns this organization, is not African. He's European. Yeah, his name is Jacob. And Jacob is as lily white as he can possibly be. Now, I looked at his page on Facebook, and in order for me to find out who this company was, I had to go online and register for their free drumming classes online. And so that's what I did. So they sent me an email thanking me for registering and welcoming me to the class or whatever. And so I'm able to get into their website or their channel. And there's a short video of Jacob welcoming, people in. And again, he's from England, and so he has this British accent, and he's talking about all the the drumming classes and the African rhythms that they have. And I was like, dude, please, you're not African. Why are you teaching African drumming class? And so I feel like this is appropriation and not appreciation. And the reason is because he's making money off of these classes. Now, I know that his online classes are supposedly free. But then you get into where he actually goes to places where he teaches class. And I've looked at some of the videos of him in these classes, in these spaces, and they're all white spaces. I don't see no black hands around any drums. And I don't know, he has like these classes of at least 20 people, and each person has their own drum. So he has purchased these African djembes, and he's using them in classes. So that's why it's appropriation and not appreciation. Because number one, you're not African. And I doubt very seriously if you are teaching the things surrounding the African drum. Number one, the African drum is sacred to Africans. And it's become sacred to us in the diaspora as well. We didn't just beat the drum because we wanted to. We always played the drum for the djembe for a reason. It was always a reason behind it. Whether we were doing a ceremony, a ritual, whether we were communicating with each other, because it was often called the talking drum, whether we were worshiping or praising our god, goddesses, whatever it was always sacred. And one of the first things that they took from us when we got here was the djembe, was the drum. And the reason being is because if you go back and listen to one of my other podcasts, I talk about the fact that the white people, the Europeans, didn't just go into Africa one day and decide to steal some black people. They were in Africa for a while before they decided to begin the Atlantic human trafficking Ma'afa. Black Holocaust, for those of you that don't know what the Ma'afa is. And one of the things that they studied was how we use the drum. They knew that it was sacred. They knew that we used it to communicate, again, with each other and with our gods, goddesses, and our ancestors. And so when they brought us here, when they forced us here, they took the drum from us. And they called it jungle music. And we weren't able to no longer use the drum. And some black people, 400 years later, are still afraid of the African drum because a white man told you it was demonic. How dumb is that? Now, you will have the European type drum in your churches. You'll have them with the little snare drum and the little ting-a-ling-ling things, the cymbals on the drum or whatever. I don't know. But you'll use those. But you'll dare not have anyone to bring in any type of African drums into your places of worship because you have been told that it's demonic. And what we are seeing now is white people are embracing what their forefathers called demonic because they understand the power behind what our ancestors used. They understand it. We keep giving our power away. We give it away through our spirituality. We give it away through our money when we decide that we're not going to support black businesses but support white businesses. We give our power away. And we really got to stop doing that because this, oh my God, it's crazy. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's ridiculous. And so I look at this as appropriation and not appreciation. Anytime white people will take something from another culture and make money off of it, it's no longer appreciation. It's appreciation when you can share that information and tell people where they can purchase those items from a black person. That's appreciation. You appreciate the culture. You appreciate what other cultures are doing. It's appropriation when you take it and you say it's yours and you start to make money off of. And what I don't understand is that you do this shit all the time, but then have the caucasity to get mad at Beyonce because she made a country album when country music is ours anyway. So we just stole it back. We didn't even steal it. We just tapped into it. So yeah, seeing this white man teaching drumming, it really bothered me. It really bothered me. And we're talking about appropriation and appreciation. A couple of years ago, Monique came out, and God bless her. She came out and she was talking about black women wearing bonnets in public. And it was kind of split. You had some black women agreeing with her and saying, yeah, I hate to see that. You had some black men say, yeah, that stuff looked disgusting or whatever. And then you had some black women saying, why are you, of all people, policing black women's hair and what we choose to do with it and if we choose to cover it or uncover it. White people don't have to police our hair anymore. And we get mad when white people tell us we can't wear our hair a certain way. And then we co-sign when somebody says, oh, you can't wear bonnets in public. So when that happened, I believe there were a couple of black women creators who created beautiful bonnets and for women to wear in public. They added sequins to it and things of that nature that made them look really, really pretty than just a satin bonnet. And black women were still mad. They were like, I don't care if you put rhinestones on it. That shit still look ghetto. So what do white people do? They follow us. Yeah, I know they follow us. They're always in our spaces. They always want to come to the cookout. Even if they come to the online cookout, they come to the cookout. And they appropriate. So this white woman created these bonnets and are selling them for like $100 to $200. And white women are buying these bonnets like crazy. White women had no need for bonnets before black women started wearing them and wearing them out in public. And then people started to complain about it. Anything that black people complain about other black people doing, white people will look at it, capitalize on it, repackage it, and sell it right back to black people again. And black people will think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread because a white person created it when we actually created it first. Christianity. That's one of the things that we created. It wasn't called Christianity then. It was just called African spirituality or African sacred science. And all of the historical figures and deities and things of that nature, the Christians and other religions, the Islamic religions, the Jewish religions, they all appropriated it and changed the names of the people in the stories, repackaged it, and gave it back to us. And so when people look at African spirituality now, they think it's demonic when they're actually looking at African spirituality, when they look at Christianity, Judaism, Islam, but they don't call it demonic because they have been conditioned by white people that calling Heru Jesus or calling Yahweh Amun or calling Muhammad Shango. I'm just, names that's demonic when all they did was just change the names of our deities to suit the white people's minds. So appropriation and appreciation. White people teaching African drumming is appropriation. We don't need you to appreciate it. You don't have to call it African drumming. You can just teach drumming online. It's when you add African to it where you cross the line. So, yeah, I'm a little mad about it. But oh well. Until next time, I'll be back again with another episode of Yemimah's World of Djelimusa Cafe. And when you see something, as Maya Angelou said, when you see something, say something. And I'm going to say something every mofo time. Peace, people.